Hello and welcome everyone. How is everyone doing today? Hi, S.A. Arthur. Hi, Mr. Dennis. Hi, Viduan. Hi, Shiva Gaming. Hi, Shiva. Hi, Jasmania. Hi, Awesome X. Hi, Nutanzo. Hi, Kujimo. Yeah, how is everyone doing today? As you have seen, I am trying Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. And yeah, it's the first time launching, so it can be a little bit still, I guess it's the setup. Yeah, how is everyone? Hi, Madvango. Hi. Let's see, who else is here? Yeah, hi, Madvango. Hi, Moses on YouTube. Hi, Alto. Hi, Sifriov. Uh, yeah, hi, Chola69. Hi, it's you. Yeah, how is everyone today? Yeah, Mr. Dennis, you see, you thought I wouldn't be streaming. Yeah, it's a bit late, I guess, but yeah. Oh, it's you, just subscribed with Prime. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. And Shiba asked, are you playing on PC? Yes, and I'm playing on Steam. Yes. Moses asked, how is the optimization? I don't know, we'll figure it out. So you have performance, balance, and high quality. Yeah, so if you have the minimum specs, then you need performance mode, I guess. You need a 3080 to play with balance, apparently, if you want to get 60 FPS. And you probably need DLSS or FSR, and then high quality. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really say so much. I'm going to use high quality mode. Looks okay. Looks okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it is okay. Unreal Engine. Okay, well. Please play in a well-lit room while sitting and standing far away and blah blah blah. The original version may be considered outdated, blah blah blah. Start game. Oh, white tuxedo. Oh, okay. I have glasses, face paint. Okay. Sunglasses, face paint. Yeah, why is this downloadable content? I don't know. That's a very good question. Battle dress, sneaking suit, naked woodland, naked ammunition belt, gold camo, okay. Crocodile suit, Carrollton mask, gecko mouth, crocodile cap. Okay, yeah, let's check the option because there was really not much over here in terms of graphics. Oh, and maximum frame rate 60? Oh, it's 30 or 60? Okay. So that's why some people were saying it's 60 only because, yeah, it's the maximum frame rate. So you can have DLSS. Yeah, everything's on ultra, I guess. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so don't expect more than 60 FPS because it says so here, maximum frame rate 60 FPS. So that explains a lot of things, I guess. What is this question? Which Metal Gear Solid game do you like? Weird question, right? I mean, why do they need to know that? Do I say 1, 2, 3, 4, Peace Walker? I'll just go in on the 5. I'll go with a new style, I guess. I'll probably go with fairly easy, but let's check what the other options are. European Extreme. Why is it European? It's weird, right? I mean, if you're not European, you don't do European Extreme. For confident players, normal. Yeah, I think I'll go with very easy here now. I'll go with all tips, I guess. Because I'm not familiar with the game.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Based on Metal Gear Solid 3. David Hayter. Yeah, looks good, I guess. Huh?
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Yeah, hi, Hero 1089, and hi, Soul Miner. How are you both doing?
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Mm-hmm. You're okay? So Toyota.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the honor bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off.
All green.
5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Spread your wings
and fly. God be with you.
Wow. That's nice, yeah. Original directed by Hideo Kojima.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Okay. The intro was a little bit long, but okay. Yeah, hi, Yoshida Gaming on YouTube. Inferno Rolling. Did you win? You see people complaining about the game. Yeah, the maximum frame rate in the game is 60 FPS.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Yeah, hi, Cyber Kitten. How are you doing?
If we don't get
Hi.
Sokolov
Hi,
back
Biggie.
before that weapon is complete,
How are you doing?
we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Earlier. Hi, Xbox user. You see you'll be looking because you're not feeling great here. No worries. Thanks for joining. Yeah, hi, Rex Walker. I am playing on PC. Yeah, and Rex Walker, how are you doing? Yeah, hi, it's you. I like the landing. Really smooth landing, actually. Biggie, you ask, have I played this before? No, I haven't played it before, so yeah, I'm just discovering the game like everyone else.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
Yeah, hi, Joel29.
Your real name.
How are you?
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
No.
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In
Nope.
survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
what about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes.
Uh-huh.
I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to
I
find
feel
myself?
curious, how are you?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah,
Hi, Wolfmelon, how are you?
backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Yeah, hi, Arthur James. How are you doing? Yeah, the introduction was a little bit long, I think. I think they could have condensed it a little bit more. They could have made it short, much shorter, I think. But, they tried to do something historical, and I guess they wanted to keep, what was done in the original game. So that's why they showed, archive footage and all of that. But it was a bit long, I think. And a shooter, you see, like long shows, you can eat, drink, or something like that before playing the game. Yeah, that's true, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I guess they were aiming for the cinematic effect. Oh, there's actually a snake there. Alright, I just walk by the snake. It's dead, turning around in a circle. But I can't do anything with it yet. They mentioned eating the snake, but then there was no button to grab the snake or whatever. Did you win? You asked, does it have a Japanese voice acting? Yeah, they did ask to choose whether you want Japanese or English, but I chose English. Yeah, hi, Chucky XS. How are you?
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a list on the screen. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance.
Hi, Arkway.
You won't be
Arkway,
able to shoot
how are you doing?
actively, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right.
Hush
It's been
puppy.
fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons.
Hi,
and
Giveaway.
equipment.
How are you?
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily wastes. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't
Hi,
let
Ujiwal.
anyone
How are
see
you?
You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose.
Mhm.
SIS guidelines
the fake
stipulate
pill,
that
yeah.
soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Mhm.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
No
The mission
reinforcements.
rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
Mhm.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission.
We
You don't
lied.
need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself.
We will
Listen to
see.
me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you are
Right.
looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh.
Yeah,
and one
thanks,
more
Mr.
thing,
Dennis,
boss.
but I'm normally
Yes.
talking actually.
It's good to hear
I'm
your
just
voice
moving my
again.
mouth because there's a lot of
Same
talking.
here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is
Hi,
the jungle.
Savakiden. Yeah, thanks for
Survival is
that
going to be
too.
key.
But yeah,
Those
I'm not really
CQC
talking.
techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival
Thanks,
mission.
Mr. Dennis.
I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake,
All
try
right.
to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Commencing virtuous mission, eh? Alright, yeah, that was a little bit long. Inferno Ronnie, you say you saw those TJ stream for 15 hours last one. Wait, are you saying that he streamed this game, Metal Gear Solid Delta, for 15 hours? That's pretty long. Yeah, I mean, good for him, I guess, but yeah. And yeah, Mr. Dennis, you said well, we were watching lots of dialogue. Yeah, that's true. The white tuxedo. Okay. Crocodile suit. Ha ha ha. Gold. Interesting. But it doesn't really bring much camouflage. So Kitten, you see, it would be good if I did not only have an hour. Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit flexible sometimes, it can be a bit more than an hour, and I probably would do a bit more than an hour today, but then I'm not going to do, for sure today I'm not going to do a 2-hour stream, and definitely not going to do a 10-hour stream like others now. Yeah, Arthur, you ask, are you good? Yeah, I am good. Thanks. It's Box Jesus to say, can you skip if you want to? I don't know. I guess I haven't tried. I don't want to skip it because, there might be some information that I need. And there are viewers as well who may want to have that information as well. Yeah. So you can see that, it's based on the PS3 game because you can see they have different areas. So I did just
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle.
okay.
To use camouflage, first press the survival viewer
Because
button to go
the
to
areas are
survival
divided into
viewer.
different
Then select
zones, I
camouflage
guess,
and press the enter button. Select uniform to select battle fatigues, and face to select face paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
Yeah, so I was saying I could skip, but I think I could. I haven't tried, so I don't know if there is such a system in place. I'm assuming there is one, like in most games, but then, I don't know. If I do that, then I might miss stuff, and then some viewers might want to have that information too. And I guess it's a good, it's representative of, the actual gameplay, right? I like to show, the gameplay as it is. So if I skip stuff, then it gives the impression that the game has... Oh dear. Snake is dead. If I skip too much, then people have the feeling that the gameplay is much, it's different than what it really is. And you ask, can you play this on the 4060? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, it's 4060 is well beyond the minimum requirements. So if so, I think you should definitely be able to play this, with some good settings, and using DLSS as well, right? So if with a 46 and RTX 4060, I don't think you should have any problem at all. And in Fulani, you say no, he streamed 15 hours in a game, and he is in the top 50 in the world. Top 50 for his, for his the number of points, for his performance in the game, or top 50 because he streamed for 15 hours. But yeah, because it's pretty good, yeah. 15 hours in the game. I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't have the time for that. Or after you see he streamed Gears of War for 15 hours. Oh wow, that's a lot, 15 hours for Gears of War, yeah. Well, 15 hours is a lot for any game that's streaming. For that amount of time, and that's huge. And he is top 100 ranked. Well, but that's impressive. And Vigiwin, you say, as far as you know, the Valhalla stream is the longest stream. Yeah, I think that was the longest one I've ever done, yeah. And it's not even, because it's not me, the one playing, right? The Valhalla stream is, it's a tournament with all the folks playing the game. And it's a tournament which is run by other folks, so that's why I could do such a long stream. But then, yeah, if I was the one having to do something for 6 hours, yeah, that would not do. And from Ronnie, you see you're going to look. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, hi, Dennis Alex on YouTube. And yeah, I Kim is here on Twitch. Yeah, earlier, Dennis, you mentioned about being able to unlock in frame rate above 60 by changing the game fonts. So I don't know about this game specifically, but then
Major,
in
I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
more cutscenes.
Your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
One with nature. Okay. Yeah. So I was saying that the issue in many games, when you change the config files to enable higher frame rates, is that while that may work for most of the game, there may be certain areas, where that might cause some issues because, the reason why the game is limited to 60 FPS is, they've tied certain, events or whatever to the frame rate as well. And that's why they probably couldn't unlock it because that was in the original PS3 game. And if they didn't want to have to redo too much, I guess. And yeah, I don't know whether it might have some, some issues. So there are some games, for example, where in boss fights or whatever, when you unlock the performance, when you unlock the frame rate, then the boss becomes unbeatable, or there are some events where you have to do things at a precise timing, and then you miss that because you changed the frame rate. So there could be lots of other issues when you do that, I'm not sure I want to bother with that. And Arthur, you ask, can you enable FPS on screen? You will love to see what FPS you're on. Oh, it's 60 FPS. That's the maximum frame rate that the game allows. It's in the settings. They tell you, you can choose whether you want maximum 30 FPS or maximum 60 FPS, and that's it. You can't go higher than that. And you can't have unlimited frame rate or whatever.
Who was that? Who's that? I think I saw that.
HQ, respond.
Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's see if I can hide somewhere. Where am I supposed to go? And yeah, Lutanzo, yeah, there was an achievement for dying, yeah, that's correct. Mr. Dennis, you're finishing 15-hour-long games in a week. Wow, that's pretty amazing, actually. There was something that I used to be able to do many years ago, but then now I don't have the time for that. Not that I'm complaining or any such things, just yeah. Lack of time is the issue. Utenzo, you ask, are you going to play Gears of War? Yeah, probably, yeah. Yes. So actually I do have a key for Gears of War already, because I had the previous version of Gears of War, and if you have the previous version in your library, then they automatically, maybe not automatically, if you have the previous version, then they would send you a key for the remastered version. So yeah, I do have it. It's just that, yeah, I chose to play this one because, yeah, because they have the early access as well. And Arthur, you say it's a UE5 game, you don't trust the devs to fix it in a week. Wu-Chang still has PC performance issues, yeah. So yeah, I don't think this world is going to be fixed that easily. some of you may be thinking, well, it's a new engine, it's Unreal 5, so, why can't they do it? The thing is that it seems that they've imported as well, a lot of what was already done in the previous game.
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Because, you could think that, well,
The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage.
you would think, oh, well, why can't they have it open world, or because it's Unreal Engine, but it's not in this game, right? You can see that there is a transition, when you enter different areas. So each area of the map is not really that big. And that's probably, remnant as well, of the original PS3 game. You see, now you can see the transition, and now I'm going to a different area. Yeah, Hero 1089, you have to go. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, hi, Dennis the Manic. Yeah, where was I in the chat? Yeah. Mr. Dennis, you say that you were referring to those playing MGS for 15 hours on stream, and you're playing 15 hours in the whole week. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably playing even less than that. And now you see transition to a different area as well. Yeah, so the fact that you have transitions
Major,
with...
I've
Oh,
reached the
sorry.
abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be
Okay.
holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Right.
And one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Yeah, so I was saying the fact that you can see, those transitions when you go from one area of the map to the other, that's not open world, does, for me, indicate that, yeah, it's probably a remnant of the original PS3 version.
right? Because they could have made it more open world, without having those transitions. And some of you may be saying, well, maybe they wanted to replicate the feeling of the PS3 version. Yeah, that could be true, but then they could just have had, like some kind of subtitle with the mention, like this is the name of the area, without having a transition, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Does feel like they've imported a lot of the PS3 that's assets of the game, and then they obviously enhance the graphics, they did enhancements and all of that, thanks to the Unreal Engine. But then I think that they still did reuse code from the original game, so that is probably why we're stuck with 60 FPS. That's my assumptions, and I'm just making some guesses, but then I think that's that would be the logical explanation, I think.
Hi, Fossen. How are you doing? And hi, Kuros on YouTube. How are you? And yeah, question about Borderlands 4. I don't know. Maybe haven't really looked into that as well. Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, so I chose to play Metal Gear Solid instead of Gears of War today because of the early access. Whereas there isn't any early access for Gears of War. And also, you say for a third-person game, the camera is zooming too much. Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it. Doesn't bother me. But now that you mentioned it, yeah, it is true that it is a bit, yeah. Hmm. And how crazy you have to move. Enjoy, and thanks for showing you the game. Oh yeah, yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. See, are there any other guards elsewhere or not? Hmm. I don't see other guards.
Yeah, the wall doesn't seem, from far it's okay, but when you look closer, it doesn't seem too detailed as well. But I guess it's fine from the distance. And it's here you see yikes textures, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, there's a little bit of a PS3 feeling to those. They've enhanced them, but then, yeah.
Who's that?
No. Yeah.
I see him.
Okay.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent
Yeah.
by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland.
More history.
Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
Okay.
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Yeah, it's here you asked, are you going to play the playtest of Sonic that started today? So actually, fun story, that's the reason why I was late to start my stream, because I was actually planning to play the Sonic game, the playtest, but then, so I tried it, and then it doesn't work actually, so you can actually see the whole intro, and then afterwards they say it'll fail to connect to the server. So I checked on Steam, and apparently it's because even though they let you download the playtest now, it only starts on Friday. So yeah, that's the reason why I was late, because when I realized that, I was thinking, well, I have to find something else, so I quickly switched to this one as well. That's why at the beginning it was still the finishing setup stuff for Metal Gear Solid. So if you want to see the intro of Sonic, you can already download the playtest, but then you can't see anything else. It doesn't want to connect to a server.
Boss. Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Oh, you see, people modded it. Okay, I was not aware of an offline mode.
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
So,
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Oh dear. Everyone got killed. Oh dear. Yeah, it's an effective gun indeed.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Wait, did he just meow?
Gru operatives! What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die. Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
By the way, Sandokiran, you say, hope I got a code for Shinobi. I did not get any code for Shinobi, actually. I was not, yeah, I was not aware that they were looking for people.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
You okay?
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgans.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I am going to end the stream now because it's been late. Yeah, there are lots of cutscenes, that's true. Just saving the game, I guess.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yes.
Okay, good luck, Snake.
Thanks.
Alright, yeah, I am ending the stream now, so thanks everyone for watching, really appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day or evening, depending on where you are. Take care, and yeah, see you soon. Thanks everyone, and bye.